All right, good Thursday morning, everybody.
Good morning. All right, we've done stories and talked about lab-grown meat, for human consumption.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think we've talked about it. Would you ever eat a lab-grown meat?
I'll try it out.
Try it.
Yeah.
I feel like I want more research to see if there's
That's fair.
any
That's fair.
evidence of affecting your body. But okay, well now there is lab-grown meat for dog food.
Oh.
Okay, so in a world first, pet food made from lab-grown meat is now available in the United Kingdom. There it is. Chick Bites is a plant-based treat that contains 4% chicken meat cultivated in a lab. It's made by Meatly, which is a London-based startup, and last year became the first company in the world to get regulatory approval for this type of meat to be used in pet food. Lab-grown or cultivated meat is made by harvesting a tiny sample of animal cells and then culturing them in a steel tank along with water and nutrients. And then in a few weeks, a protein mass is produced with a much smaller environmental impact than growing a live animal and without having to kill an animal, of course. So
I will say this dog does not look too happy to be eating.
You're right.
Eating this.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't. He actually looks like he's frowning, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I wonder, I bet dogs can't taste the difference, though, right?
I can guarantee you my dog would not even think twice.
Oh, mine wouldn't either.
No, I doubt dogs would care much about where it came from, how the meat was grown.
Right.
But yeah, it seems like they're using actual animal cells. It's not
Right.
something they're developing
Yeah.
out of other things.
Right. I mean,
Right.
the idea of it all kind of sounds gross to me. Like you just add the cells to a tank and then you have water and nutrients and then it grows and it becomes this meat substance. But anyway, again, it's all about the environmental impact, and this is less. And, it's kind of, I feel like, kind of where things are going.
Yeah,
anyway.
but
So-
I mean, it doesn't sound too appetizing.
No.
Just describing it.
No, it
as
doesn't. No.
in a tank, a steel tank, being cultured. But
Yeah, but anyway, only a handful of other countries have approved the sale of this lab-grown pet food. So,
yeah,
so we'll see.
we'll see. We'll see if dogs like it.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. Let's take a look at our local headlines on this Thursday morning. President Trump has announced Terry Cole as his pick to lead the Drug Enforcement Administration. Cole is Virginia's Secretary of Public Safety and Homeland Security. Now, previously, he spent 22 years with the DEA. Governor Youngkin reacted to the news, calling him a great pick. Cole shares similar views on marijuana to the governor, claiming it is linked to several negative health outcomes. Advocates for cannabis reform have expressed disappointment in this nomination. All right, well, 1 in 6 American couples suffer with infertility, and one group of researchers believes testing options are too limited. That's why they're modernizing a decades-old sperm test. PS Fertility, which is based in Albemarle County, has developed an at-home kit that patients can mail directly to the lab. Those involved say it's not only more convenient, they claim it's also more accurate. The company's chief scientific officer hopes this will help people better understand infertility. Tests are available through a doctor's recommendation. Well, this week's winter weather kept Charlottesville's shelters busy, with libraries and other services closed and transportation more difficult. More people were in need of a place to stay during the day at the Haven, and more people means the need for more supplies to help them. Meanwhile, at the Salvation Army, it tells us that food is always the #1 priority on the list. And it appears our area got off easy with a few power outages from the storm, except for about 2,500 in Buckingham County. But that was not the case for everyone in the Commonwealth. According to poweroutage.us, nearly 200,000 Virginians were still in the dark this morning, most of them in southern Virginia. That area, of course, saw more ice accumulation from the storm. And that is the biggest threat to your power, as transmission lines weighed down by the ice are much more likely to break. All right, today it looks like a change of pace weather-wise.
Yeah, a slow improvement throughout the day. Daytime highs should get to well above freezing. In fact, we're above freezing right now. We've had a lot of rainfall overnight, mostly cold rain, some patchy freezing rain across the Blue Ridge Mountains, but it was mostly a cold rainfall. There's the view this morning outside the downtown Charlottesville. In fact, that's over at Scott Stadium on UVA grounds, looking off towards the southwest. Some raindrops on the camera lens. And the radar is showing a drying trend, some leftover mist and drizzle for a couple of more hours, but then by midday and beyond, some breaks of sun, turning breezy breezy with temperatures in the low 50s by 3 o'clock today. And the quicker we get that sun to come out, the warmer it will be. Now, it's a good thing it'll turn breezy because it'll help to dry the pavement out as we go below freezing. So any slush and water overnight will begin to refreeze in the 20s by tomorrow morning. Now, Valentine's Day Friday, mainly sunny, near calm conditions, with highs a bit cooler than average. The average high now for Charlottesville is 50 degrees. We're going to be below that. And we're watching for some active weather for the weekend ahead, a high water risk. All this slush and snow is melting. On top of that, we're going to put down another inch or two of rain. If you get more than a couple of inches of rainfall, expect some flooding concerns. It looks like by Saturday and Sunday, we're in a level 2 out of 4 for high water. The risk for high water is especially across the Roanoke Valley into southwest Virginia, so that's something to watch this weekend. Colder and drier Monday and Tuesday, and Wednesday, Thursday time frame, we may be talking about another winter storm threat. So next Wednesday, Thursday is our next best chance for some snow and some ice.
Let's not think about that now. Let's just think about the rain this weekend.
Yeah, a nice reprieve from the weather, and it'll be nice and okay for your Valentine's Day plans.
Yeah, don't cancel those plans. It should be
Yeah.
A-okay tomorrow.
Yeah, the pavement will be dry, no other issues on Friday, but the weekend, if you live in a flood-prone area, make sure you watch those creeks and streams closely.
Yeah, keep an eye out for that. All right, thank you, Josh, and thank you for joining us in the Morning Rush. Here's a live look at traffic on this Thursday morning. This is I-64 on Afton Mountain. It looks like there's a little bit of fog there, possibly. I don't know if that's just a rain droplet.
Yeah, fog and low visibility. But you'll notice the roadways are wet. So even across the higher elevations almost 2,000 feet, we're not seeing anything in the way of ice on the roadways.
Yeah, and so that's some good news. I know schools are delayed this morning. So as you head back into work and school, the roads should be fine for you this morning. I hope you guys have a great Thursday out there, and we'll see you again on 29 News at noon.